Persona. Very important aspect of life. Who you are is who you are. That's what we write in the 7 pillars of a legacy-minded man. You know, a lot of people don't like who they are. A lot of men try to do different things. They try to become someone that they're really not. And then they become uncomfortable with the person that they created. Sometimes we think that things are going to satisfy us, more money, more jobs, bigger houses, faster cars, and so many different things. But I learned in the Bible many years ago that we were created in the image and likeness of God. And God makes no mistakes. I've said to people many times, you are who you are because that's who He wanted you to be. So the way you look, the way you sound, color of your eyes, your height, your weight, your style, that's who He wanted you to be. In Psalm 139, the Bible clearly says that we were fearfully and wonderfully made. Fearfully and wonderfully made, David said. David said also in Psalm 8, he said, what is man that God would even think about him, be concerned about him? But man is very important. You are very important to God. And everything in your life is very, very important to God. You know, I remember a story comes to my mind in my life because you can only be who you are, not just outside, but also inside. A story comes to my mind of a tough season in my life when a loved one I had passed. And sometimes when people pass in people's lives, some people don't recover from it. Some people are very distraught. Some people are overwhelmed by the loss of that loved one. In my case, it was a tragic loss, someone very close. And I had a choice that day. I found out on Saturday evening that they had passed. It was pretty late Saturday evening, 2, 3 in the morning. And I had a choice. And that choice was, should I just stay home? Should I feel sorry for myself? Should I weep? Should I isolate myself? And then something said, go to church. And it was Sunday morning. And I got up and I went to church. And because I was a part of the music ministry and I was a part of one of the singing teams, I didn't tell anybody. I just went to church. I sang my songs and I worshiped. I worshiped because that was what I knew to do best, and that really was who I really was. I found out that I'm a worshiper. A worshiper is someone that's not asking God for anything. He's acknowledging the fact that God is great. And so you are who you are in the toughest of times of life. I remember another time in my life when a flood destroyed one of our properties. And I said, God, what should I do? He said, go to church and lead worship tonight. He said, because that's who you really are. You are who you really are when the tough times come. You know, a man once said, charisma can open doors for you. There's a lot of charisma. There's flashy people. There's people that have a lot of jewelry and nice cars and money and different things. But he also said character will keep you there. See, a lot of people are making advancements in life based on just charisma. But charisma alone is cheap. It's the depth of character in a man that brings stability, stabilizes you, and grounds you. And you can only be who you are. And you know who you really are? That character piece. That's who you really are. Let that part of you come out today. And you'll be pleased with who you are. This is Eric Butler, and this is a Legacy Minute.